The center of the discussion, Congressman Tom Emmer from Minnesota. He is the House Majority Whip and knows whereof he speaks. Mr. Emmer, Tom, welcome to the show. We appreciate it. So what are you thinking here? The big meeting is tomorrow. You all have a very strong plan. You whipped that plan. What's going to happen here? What's your outlook?
Well, you're right. Kevin McCarthy and the House Republicans led again, Larry. I mean, if you look at this Congress, they're not doing anything over in the Senate. I think the biggest thing they've done since the beginning of the year in Chuck Schumer's Senate was declare March Maple Syrup Month. Aside from that, they're not doing anything. We put this thing together with Kevin McCarthy's leadership. We passed it off the House floor. It'll be 2 weeks ago this Wednesday. This is the solution. There has been no meaningful fiscal reform done in this country in the last 30 years, except the fiscal reforms that have come out of debt ceiling negotiations. At this point, the House Republicans under Kevin McCarthy's leadership have done our job. The solution is sitting over in the Senate. Hopefully tomorrow, President Biden will show up and actually be able to say to our speaker, I agree with this and I don't agree with that. If you get those types of discussions, Larry, then perhaps the speaker will have something to bring back to our members. Otherwise, the solution is over in the Senate. You want to prevent this Biden default, pass the solution.
So, Tom Emmer, I've heard nothing but negativism. You know, Chuck Schumer is also this MAGA business, but they haven't produced a budget. I mean, I can't remember the last time they produced a budget, by the by. Yours is the only game in town, is what I'm saying. But when you say it's going to go into the Senate, you have the support of Mitch McConnell in the Republican conference, but what happens? Democrats run this thing. I don't know whether they're going to put a budget together or not. I don't know. What do you hear about what they're doing in the Senate?
Well, this is one of the problems, I think, that Kevin McCarthy was running into with this administration, Larry. They're conflating a debt ceiling agreement with a budget. And that's what the president was doing initially. He didn't even have his budget out according to the statutory guidelines. He got it out a month late. It's not a serious budget. It actually spends more money. We're a country, Larry, that the CBO has told Republicans and Democrats in the House, thanks to a meeting that our speakers set up a little bit more than a month ago, that if you look at the payment for our debt over the last 80 years, it costs this country roughly a little over $9 trillion to cover the cost of our debt. In the next 10 years, if we don't solve the spending issues that we have, Larry, in the next 10 years, it will cost us at least $10 trillion to service our debt. And by 2032, our debt will have overwhelmed everything else our government does to the tune of we'll be borrowing $200 to $300 billion just to keep this country afloat. This has to change. Kevin McCarthy and Republicans have actually sent across a debt ceiling proposal that has some spending reforms that will save close to $5 trillion over the next 10 years. But that's only the first step of getting your budget under control, as you know better than anyone. The next step will be through the appropriations process, where we're going to have to start finding savings all throughout this government to put this on a better track for this generation and generations to come.
Well, there is a difference. I've made this point. It's a technical point, but it's an important one. This is a debt ceiling bill that has budget reforms in it. This is not the overall budget resolution, as you say, that would go through 12 appropriation committees and might, go through reconciliation in the Senate. The two are different. Biden keeps conflating the two. I understand that. That's a problem. I wish you would stop doing that. Tom, let me just ask you, there's a lot of what-ifs here, and I know you don't want to get into that, but I'm reading that some Democrats in the House are going to try to pull maybe a discharge petition or some legislative tactic that would get 4, 5, 6 Republicans to have a clean debt bill. Now, is your conference still united against a clean debt bill?
Well, there's no such thing as a clean debt bill. I know that's the term that's used, but there's nothing more dirty. Essentially, by doing what Joe Biden wants us to do, you're giving them a blank checkbook to continue to spend this country into oblivion, Larry. So, no, there are no Republicans right now that are going to be party to that kind of mismanagement and malfeasance. We're just not going to do it. And quite frankly, that is nothing more than a gimmick being raised by a minority that's trying to be relevant with a White House that refuses to lead and a Senate that refuses to act. So I get it. They feel frustrated just like the rest of us. But again, Kevin McCarthy, House Republicans, have taken the first step by leading yet again. Hopefully the White House shows up for this meeting tomorrow with ideas on how we put not just our budget, but this country in general, our finances on track for success in the future.
So basically, the expectation is Speaker McCarthy at tomorrow's White House meeting will go through his plan. He will walk through, even though the rest of them know the plan. I mean, I've been to meetings like this, but he will say, here's our plan, ba-boom, 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 and get a reaction from President Biden, and then somehow go from there. Mitch McConnell will support him. Schumer will not, but you think that's what's going to happen. McCarthy will put his plan on the table.
I do, and I think he's going to have to explain it to them. It's very short. It's easy to understand, but clearly all the rhetoric coming out of the White House over the last week plus since this was passed has been anything but accurate as to what's in it. And I guess our speaker will likely say to the president, are you serious? You can't find any savings? Democrats can't find any savings in this government's budget to pass on to the American people? I think that's the discussion that'll start tomorrow. Whether or not, again, the White House shows up with ideas, the leader in the Senate, the Schumer Senate, whether they're ready to get something done. Again, you say it's 24 days, according to Janet Yellen. This ball is in their court. They need to come forward with ideas. And if they don't have any, Larry, I'll say it again. Kevin McCarthy, House Republicans have given you the solution. Just take it up in the Senate and pass it.
Yes, sir. All right. House Whip, Congressman Tom Emmer from the great state of Minnesota. We really thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. Talk soon.